How you doing, guys? Neil here, back in the FM Dugout with episode 5 of I'll Take the Low Road, the journey of Peebles FC. So last time out, about 10 games ago, we scraped a 2-1 win against Leith when we really didn't deserve to win the game. I think that's the way things have kind of continued. We've had some really good games where we've played well, we've scored a lot of goals. And we've had a few games where we've just not really been hitting our top form, but still managing to take points away. So you can see here from the league table, we still have got our unbeaten record. 4 draws in 32 games is pretty decent going, and a goal difference of 68 is really quite impressive compared to the other teams. So 28 points clear with 13 games to go, I think it is, for ourselves. And you can see now that we have a possible finish of 1st to 5th, so it's kind of closing in now where we can finish. Expecting a couple of games maybe to have sealed the title, which will be really good to get it out of the way early on. The last time round we had another request for an affiliate, and once again there was no suitable results found. So yeah, it looks as though that's going to be exhausted, certainly at this level. Maybe once we can get up into the next division, hopefully this year, depending on the playoff, we can maybe get an affiliate found and get a little bit of money in. Now, I know I said last time round I was going to focus on the cups, but if I'll show you at the moment the schedule, we've got a cup game against Stirling Uni B on the 24th of January, so that's 17 days away, and there's 5 games in between that point in time. I think this whole 45 game thing in the league, the mistake, it's taken its toll in terms of me getting through the games. And what I didn't want to do is just skip ahead to that one and have another 5 games. That's 15 games to cover between the 2-1 win against Leith and this game here. Now, you'll see that at the bottom here we have the other 2 cups. So the cups all tend to group around in March at the end of the season, so I think that might favour us a bit as the league competition will finish by that point, and we shouldn't have quite as hectic a schedule. Definitely, this could be the last league game, because we're probably going to win it within the next few games. I don't think there's much point in showing a video with a live com. It's kind of been a foregone conclusion for the majority of the season. We've just been way ahead of everyone else. So our balance is now 20k in the red, so we really need to win these 3 cups. If we could do that, we could come out with 10k in the bank, which I think would be really, really good. So, other news. A consortium has now planned a takeover, and we've got a transfer embargo just as we get into January in the transfer window, which is lovely. But I did arrange a transfer before that happened, and we've now signed him in Frank McKeon. 28, so he's a bit older, but this guy, I think, again, just wanted to get people at the back. Jordan Cormack had complained about not getting games, and it turns out if you actually just say you've been unprofessional and you don't say you're looking for getting them a club, even with the amateur contract, they're not leaving straight away. Now, whether that's because no one wants them or because I've just said I'm not going to look for a club for them straight away, I don't know. They're here, but they're not particularly happy. Frank, he's played 1 game, 6.9, not too bad, but you can see, where he's been. He's had some regular game time, about 100 games at Stranraer in the 3rd and 4th tier of Scottish football, so he's got a bit of experience on him. And looking at his stats, tackling's really good, heading good, marking pretty reasonable, leadership, teamwork. Maybe lacking a bit in strength. Maybe want that a little bit higher. Bravery, nice and high. Again, determination, maybe not as high as some of the other guys in the team, but yeah, I think he's a really good addition to the team. He's only had 1 game so far, so we'll see how he goes. No other signings planned. Obviously now with the embargo in place, it's not going to be possible to do that. Martin Anderson has now left on his free transfer to Ormiston. Played one game, 6.3. Way to go, Martin. Great play. Yeah, not too disappointed about that. In terms of our squad, there's a few more unhappy folk. Where's he gone? Phil Story. So Phil had complained about not getting game time, and I had told him I would give him game time. I did give him game time, but he wasn't playing every single game because he wasn't fit enough, and we were playing every 3 days. And he then said that I went back on my promise, whereas Craig Burns, the goalkeeper, was happy. Phil Story wasn't, and he gave me an ultimatum. So again, I said I would play him, and I have done. It's kind of been helped to an extent with Sandy Lawless being injured. Jose Katongo has not played well on the right wing, so we've actually put Glory Natumba out wide on the right. Now he's not played particularly well there, but we want to keep him happy as well. This is always the problem with having a single striker. If you've got more than two expecting to play, you're going to have trouble even rotating them every game or bringing them on as subs. But certainly Phil, his skills aren't amazing. They're good for this level, but in terms of is he going to be here in the long term? Probably not. But you can see from his goal scoring, I think he scored a hat-trick in the last game. He's been fantastic. 17 and 17 starts is really, really good. So, I was kind of keen to keep him happy and keep him at the club. And that's certainly what we're attempting to do. Yeah, just a quick run through the results then. I'm not going to go into them in too much detail. You can see that we had a draw with Spartans B. It was a really poor game from us. We just didn't show up. We weren't very good in front of goal. Craig Royston, 4-0 win, really good. 5-1 win against Coldstream. Also very happy with that. Progressed in the East of Scotland Cup. I think that was actually quite a tough game. Yep, 86 minutes. It took us to get the goal. I thought it might be a tough game. It turned out to be. There's nothing really else to kind of talk about. I think we've been tracking pretty well, conceding a goal a game most of the time. I feel like having a party when I actually get a clean sheet. I've actually moved the training now. Where are we? Tactics. I've actually moved the match focus onto attacking movement, just because the familiarity is coming up a little bit. I'm going to be a bit kind of concerned next year if we have a high turnover, because that familiarity will just drop right back down again if we change too many of the personnel. One of the interesting things you'll see here as well, we're actually now playing Jamie Mills in the advanced winger position. He can play there, but he's competent. He's not a natural. I found that was a good way to get him happy, although he's still saying he wants a chance in the first team. Kieran Bowles still playing pretty well where he is, but it's a bit of a change. Anthony McGuigan tailed off. He's just not been as good in recent weeks. Somebody actually wants Darren Hawkins now. Yeah, so I've got to be careful about Darren, just because he was another one who was unhappy. I've tried to play him, but we'll see whether or not that actually works. Nothing else really to talk about. I'm quite happy now. If you look at the ratings down the team, only Kieran Bowl showing as yellow. So, on the whole, I think we're doing pretty well. I'm going to start with Patrick Martin today, just because Phil's Story's at 89%. Look to bring him on. So today's game is against Moneybags FC, otherwise known as Lothian Thistle HV. I don't think they've actually signed anyone yet with that money. It seems a bit strange that they haven't actually. Yeah, I mean, the 3 players that they bought for free from small clubs. They've actually sold an awful lot. So, yeah, they're not really spending the money, which is fine. The sooner we're away from them and that money, the better. Okay, I think we're good to go in this game. I'll take my chances with Darren Hawkins on the bench, I think. No, do you know what? I'll put him in. Mike Jack's been exceptional coming off the bench. He's a real impact player as well. I mean, 14 goals in 27 games for playing behind the striker is phenomenal. I know he's our penalty taker, but I don't think too many were from penalties. So we will progress to the game and see how we get on. So the pundit is definitely backing us here. Hardly surprising. Good chance here if we can win to probably be guaranteed a top 3 finish. But we want first. It's the only one that matters. Okay, let's see. We're favourites here. That didn't go down too well. Still sticking with assertive for my team talks. And we're at home today, so we'll go attacking from the start. Certainly I've noticed the games where I've chosen to do controlled, we actually just go through the game without having many highlights at all. Certainly going attacking gives us that edge up front, but we also expose ourselves at the back, so you know, got to kind of judge the situation and act accordingly, and I think we've done well. You know, can't really complain. 89 points out of 33 games. And here's Jamie Mills, good crosser of the ball, but he can't get a chance. Right, we've got to tackle this here, got to stop it. Double teamed, excellent play. Martin out wide to Natumba. Will he shoot or will he cross? Cross, and Mills. I think that's his first goal. It's his first goal for the club. Nicely done. This formation is, I think it's great for the number of goals you can get from the kind of advanced midfielders. The wingers, certainly Sandy Lawless scored a lot of goals outright in the corner, and McLean, oh, he should have finished that. Terrible. Yeah, Sandy Lawless has scored a lot of goals from the right. Maybe not so many goals on the left. McGuigan started off well, and as I say, he's tailed off a little bit. I think earlier on in one of the videos he'd scored 7 and 17, and he's only scored 3 since then. Natumba doesn't seem to score many wide right. Maybe it's just down to the individual. Who knows? So 2-0. Callum Thompson with a goal from the corner. We seem to be quite good actually at scoring from corners. It's just defending them that were really bad. Watch the overlap wide. Well done, Ball. And Mills now. Is he going to look for a short pass or hoof it? He's going to hoof it. Oh, and the breaks on. Nice ball from Hawkins. Can Martin slot it in? 3-0. Yeah, the stats, we were doing pretty well. Tackles, one's a bit lower than normal. It's usually about the 70%, 75% mark. I can't complain though. 3 goals up before half time. Will it be 4? Oh, what a stunner from Bol. What an absolute stunner of a goal. 20 yards out, slotted into the bottom corner. Perfect. Well, I think this is the first game since the Eyemouth game where I've actually done a live comm and we've been in total control of a game. Needless to say, the team talk went quite well. Again, I'm really sort of concerned about this right central mid position. No one ever seems to play particularly well. I know Drew Wingate's not playing that well in the left position. I don't know. It must just be the type of role we're playing with the ball-winning midfielder. And they just don't seem to be able to get above the 7 rating that often. I think Michael Mossey's a good enough player. I think it's just possibly with the ball winning midfielder, maybe go to a deep line playmaker or something. But I like to have that kind of defensive edge in the midfield paired with someone who's maybe more attacking. Oh, that's poor. Poor defending. And once again, we don't keep a clean sheet, so keep the party hats to one side. I've been impressed with Harry Stewart. He's now managed to make that right back slot his own when he's fit. Johnny Blake's kind of dropped by the wayside. Mills with his right foot, his weaker foot, for his second goal of the game. Yeah, I think with Jamie Mills, it was just one of those things. I thought You know, Bull's playing well. Mills wants to play as well. He's playing reasonably well. And I thought, you know, why not try him in that advanced position? And you know, he's done really, really well. Really pleased with how he's played. Yeah, that's the only problem here. I think I'll have to try Harry Stewart. He's played there in midfield, I think, in the last game. And I think we had Robbie McManus at right back when we had similar kind of injuries. There's nothing else really that we can do there. Yeah, we'll go with that. I want to bring on Phil Story just because I want to try and keep him happy. I'm also reluctant because, you know, as you've just seen there, that's now 3 players carrying a knock. Having to replace 2 of them with 20 minutes to go. So, you know, 5-1 we should be okay. I think, famous last words. But yeah, we'll maybe give it till 75 minutes and then we'll try Story. That was a good block, but it's a corner, and you know how we are at corners. There's a lot more men now. If I just pause it, there's a lot more men now in the area. Hopefully, this guy's, look at the mark in there, it's terrible. Who is that actually? Jack, Mike Jack, our star player, can't mark. He's just look at that, totally unmarked there. Not particularly pleased with the positioning there. Might have to look at that advanced midfielder role to get him to actually pick a player up. And I've just noticed it's now gone to 86 minutes. I'm sure it's safe now to bring on Story. Whether or not he'll be happy with 5 minutes off the bench, I don't know. I doubt he'll score anyway. So is this just going to be the last chance or a rundown of the clock? I'd be pretty annoyed for it to be 5-2. We have been in control of the game. Mind you, the possession's switched round now. They've got 53%, but it's what you do with the possession that counts. There's our passing complete looking actually. Yeah, 68%. Yeah, we've not been our best. We've been really good in front of goal, I think, today. A really, really good win overall. Let the guys know that they've done really well. And let's see what that leaves us with. Yeah, Mills had a great game there. Really pleased for him. Yep, there we go. So guaranteed at least 3rd. And given the fact that, what's that, 30 points with only 12 games to go, yeah, we're close. We're close. A couple more wins and we should have the title wrapped up. So, as I say, I think the next game I'll either look at doing the Stirling Uni B game, or I'll have a look and see when the actual qualifying final is for that tournament and maybe do that instead. If it's out at March, then I'll cover that game and we'll have a bit of a cup run, hopefully. It's just a really, really strange kind of schedule. Obviously skewed a little bit by the 45 games, but yeah. So Stirling Uni B or the final, and we'll see you in the next video. Remember, if you like the video, leave a like, leave any comments, suggestions that you might have for the series or anything else that you might want to see from the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.